Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tailback. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Miller to throw on second down. And complete to Zach Ertz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
61, matchbox light. Hey, wahoo!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Miller. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
General West.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. To throw on 3rd down. Pickett. On the left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Yep. Get him. You got it.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50. I got you, boy. Showing it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check the outs.
You draw quarters.
Slam.
Hit it.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
We ain't giving them nothing to say.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Watch the run. Baby. That's baby side.
Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, orbit.
Switch. Check.
Ready.
Now Miller off the play fake. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And the Saints first down.
Ready.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The outlaw. Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Fight.
Now they try the right side here. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, 2.
Miller now operating from the gun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got it. Greystone, Travis. 5.
Line 6. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Back. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, check 24.
Big grip.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. 30 base. Go.
Tight into the rope, tight into the rope. Move.
Leo.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, Haywood.
Line 6. Hey.
Operating from the gun. Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
2 yards on the pickup.
Set, ready. 18 Gator.
At the
Mike 50.
47-yard line.
Mike 50. I'm coming after you.
To throw on 2nd down. Pickett. And look at that, a diving catch. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Say, 6-6, bullet high. Hey, Echo.
On first down, Pickett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pickett. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Come on, set. Ten Lobo.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Hard. Hey, Foxtrot. Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pickett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Miller going to throw again. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
25. Rock it. Shoot.
From the gun, Pickett. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Go!
50, check Mike 50. Check Mike.
5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Miller's pass. Complete to number 32. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 18 Gators. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Check Mike. Get it.
Here's Miller to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pickett throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Pickett. This is brought in by Gibson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here we go. 50, plant. Yes.
Mike, 6.
Hey, Alpha.
You better bring
2.
Now Miller throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check 37. Check 37.
Hey, wahoo. Go.
Miller now throwing again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Mike 6.
5.
Looking to throw. Miller. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey.
On 4th down, Miller. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming.
Now. Get.
2nd and 1. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Break.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
You're out.
Record. Watch the edge.
Deep grip.
Operating from the gun. Pickett. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Bound to lose 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm on. Hatch it. Check your hot read.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Don't get nervous.
Smooth.
Mike 50. Rip right.
2.
On third down, Pickett nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Hey, orbit.
Check 24, check 24.
5.
Miller looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
You got tight.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Joker.
80 weapons.
Now a handoff working right. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
We definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now. But that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's Miller on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
Back to throw. Miller. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
General West.
Hey, 50's the mic, 50's the mic. Watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Double tight. 3 down.
Speed trip.
2nd and 13. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Mike 50. Come on, D.
You draw corkers. Ready.
On fourth down, Pickett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Miller from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Pickett. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looking to throw. Pickett. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
6-6, bullet high.
Mike, 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Panthers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week.